Today's message is about how we can understand God's direction for our lives. Whoever belongs to God hears what God says. John 8:47. Without listening to what God says, your path will never be what He planned. When you read the Bible, you can see many powerful moments of encounters with God. For example, Moses before the burning bush, Elijah hearing the still, small voice, Jacob wrestling with the angel, David being anointed king when no one expected it. These are moments where we can clearly see God at work. We read these stories and sometimes feel like all of that was left in the past. That God only spoke like that back then, to special people. But let me remind you of a simple and powerful truth. God hasn't changed. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And that means He still speaks. Yes, He still speaks. And more than that, He wants to speak to you. The problem is, we have so many commitments throughout the day that we end up letting the volume of the world be louder than the voice of God in our lives. And no, I'm not just talking about sin. Sometimes it's necessary things, work, school, social media, responsibilities, that, when they take up too much space, distract us from what matters most, our relationship with God. There are some moments in life when we need to pause everything and listen for God's will. It's not about random ideas but about God's direction for our life. And to follow God's direction, we have to learn to listen, to silence the noise around us so we can hear the whisper of the Holy Spirit. And He is still speaking with every step we take. God still speaks. And more than that, He wants to trust you with dreams far greater than anything you could imagine. But for that to happen, you need to set aside intentional time to hear His voice. Do you want to have extraordinary experiences with God? Start with the simple things. Make the Bible your main book, not out of obligation, but because its words feed your soul. Make prayer the most anticipated part of your day, the moment when you pour out your heart, listen, and find strength. God has great purposes He wants to fulfill through you. And it all begins with one step: turning down the noise and connecting with God. And if you enjoy reading devotionals, I left a book recommendation in the description of this video. It's a bestseller that has already impacted millions of lives. If you enjoyed the message, subscribe to the channel. May God bless your day, and may you be sensitive to His voice in your life. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.